Liam Quaide, Green Party councillor here. I want to give you an update on the Owenacurra Centre campaign, and in so doing I first of all want to appeal to in particular our government TDs in Cork East, James O'Connor and David Stanton, and I want to ask you to really amplify your public support for the retention of these essential mental health services in Midleton and East Cork. I'm very aware of the work that you're doing on a regular basis behind the scenes, and I know that you met with HSE management only yesterday, but I think we're at a point where we have to reckon with the fact that working primarily behind the scenes in between those public meetings that were organised has failed as a strategy, and that we have seen no significant change in the direction of travel here for what is a catastrophic service decision for East Cork. I want to thank you for organising a meeting between councillors and local HSE management, but I think we also need to admit that this is not going to be a consequential meeting. It will involve us meeting in private, as you did yesterday, and we will ask hard questions as you did, I'm sure, but we're going to get similar stock responses, and we have no further powers that we can exercise as councillors beyond that. So what is needed at this point is a really decisive government intervention, and I'm very aware that you don't have the final say on this, but you do have very significant influence as government TDs. We're looking at the removal of our only community-based residence for people with the most severe mental health difficulties in East Cork, and there's the only replacement plan that has been discussed so far has been a possible 5-bedroom house in Midleton somewhere. We don't know if it's going to be 24-hour staffed or where exactly it'll be located, and that is the trade-off for losing 20 single rooms in a long-established, hugely valued service. I think we need to contrast this with North Cork, where there has been 3 community residences serving a similar population size, amounting to 42 single ensuite 24-hour staffed rooms. There's no comparison there. And likewise, there's been a major disparity between West Cork and East Cork. West Cork has 2 community residences serving a significantly smaller population. You won't find a single clinician working at ground level who agrees with this decision. It's been made by a very small number of managers. Families that I've been in contact with who are affected are absolutely distraught that this is being allowed to happen when there's been so many question marks about the rationale for closure and the lack of any service plan, not just for their loved ones, but for the many families who will need that service locally and community-based into the future. What we really need here is government to show moral authority and to intervene and to really interrogate the rationale for this decision, and to provide a comprehensive service plan into the future. We've had some progress with a referral that myself and 8 other public reps made to the Oireachtas Health Committee. This was done in mid-October, and despite having a very busy schedule, the Health Committee has agreed to prioritise examination of the impact that this closure would have on the region, and they have decided to send a delegation of TDs and senators to visit Owenacurra, and possibly an alternative facility such as St. Stephen's Hospital in Glanmire, so that they can compare the two. Unfortunately, the visit, it hasn't been confirmed whether HSE management will facilitate the visit. I've emphasised to the committee that mental health commission inspections happened throughout the pandemic, including one in Owenacurra in February, when infection rates were very high, because those inspections were deemed to be essential. And I think this visit by the health committee, if anything, is more critical than an inspection visit. So I really hope that will be facilitated. But I think we we shouldn't have to be relying to the extent that we are on Oireachtas committees and on public representatives outside of the area. I think government really needs to take charge here at this point, and really get behind families and the broader community here who have been, quite frankly, left bewildered by this decision.